My name is Nitin Reddy. In this class, we will learn about objects, functions, modules, and difference between let, where, and constant keywords. First, we go into objects in JavaScript. In JavaScript, objects are a type of data structures that represent collection of properties. These properties are key value pairs, where the key is a string or a symbol, and the value can be any data type, including numbers, strings, functions, arrays, or even other objects. How to create, access, and manipulate objects with examples. JavaScript objects are fundamentals for organizing data and functionality. Here is a detailed guide on how to create, access, and manipulating objects. Here we see creating of objects. Here object name is person, and here we see the key value pairs. Here key is a name and value is alias, and age is a key and 25 is a value. And accessing second one is accessing properties. We can access the properties by using dot notation and bracket notation. Here we access the name of the person object. Here we get the output alias, and another type of accessing notation is bracket notation. In here we also get the value of the age as 25, and third one is manipulating objects, adding properties. To add a property to a object, we can use mm, here we can use person dot city is equal to New York. So that's why we change the city of the city in person object, and we also update the properties of an object. Here person age in the previous person age is 25. Now we can update person age as 26, and after updating we can console the output as 26, and also we delete the properties of an object. Now next topic is nested objects. Objects can contain other objects or arrays. A nested object is an object that contains another object as one of its property. This hierarchical structure is a way to model more complex relations or group related data logical. Here nested object is an object inside another object. Nested methods in Java. In JavaScript, nested methods refers to functions that are defined as properties of objects, which one method containing or calling another method within the same object or in the nested object. This structure is useful for creating modular and organized code, where methods are logically grouped under objects or sub-objects. Syntax of the nested method in JavaScript. Here we see basic syntax of the nested method object. Here general structure. Constant is a variable, object is the object name, and here we see this is the method, function parenthesis, and we can write another method inside a method is called nested method. Next topic is functions in JavaScript. What are the functions and why they are important? A function in JavaScript is a reusable block of code designed to perform a specific task or calculate a value. Functions are fundamentally building blocks in JavaScript programming and allow for modular, clean, and efficient code. Syntax of a function. Here we see the basic syntax of the function. Function parenthesis. Inside the parenthesis, we can access parameters and the code to perform the an operation inside curly braces. Why functions are important? Functions are essential in group programming for several reasons: for reusability, modularity, and abstraction. Function declaration and function expressions in JavaScript. JavaScript provides two primary ways to define functions: function declaration and function expressions. They achieve the same result, defining reusable blocks of code. They differ in syntax, behavior, and how to JavaScript engine treats them. Difference between function declaration and expression. As syntax, keyword with a name. Function is assigned to a variable first to the top of scope. not hosted, must to it's be defined first. Name versus anonymous. Always named. Can be named or anonymous. Use case. Suitable for defining standard functions. In function expressions, useful for inline or callback function. Arrow function. It is a type of another type of function. Function expressions can also be written using the more concise arrow function syntax. Here is an example. Const add equal to function a comma b. We we add the variables a comma b. The concept of this in Java. In JavaScript, this is a keyword that refers to the context in which a function is executed. The value of this depends on how the function is called, not where it is defined. It can point to different objects depending on the execution context. Key characteristics of this dynamic context, global to local. Difference between where, let, and const. In JavaScript, where, let, and const are used to declare variables, but they have key differences in terms of scope, reassignment, and hoisting behavior. Here's an explanation of each one with examples. First one is where keyword. Scope of the where. Where is a function scoped, meaning it is accessible within the function. Where it is declared or globally if declared outside any function. Reassignment. Variables declared with where can reassigned and updated. Third one is hoisting, where declarations are hoisted to the top of the scope, meaning and variable is accessible before the line where it is declared, but it will have an undefined value if accessed before initialization. Second one is let keyword. Scope of let keyword. Let is a block scoped and meaning it is only accessible within the block, that is within a curly braces, where it is defined inside the loops and if statements, etc. Reassignment. Variables declared with the let can be reassigned and updated. And hoisting. Like where let is hoisted, but it will not be initialized until the execution reaches the declaration. Accessing it before initialization will cause a reference error. Third one is const keyword. The scope of the const keyword is block scoped, just like let reassignment of the const keyword. Const variables cannot be reassigned. Once they are initialized, they are randomly after assignment. Hoisting. Similar to let const is hoisted but not initialized until the declaration line is executed. And the third topic of the JavaScript is modules in JavaScript. JavaScript modules are a way of organizing and structuring JavaScript code into separate reusable files or modules. These modules allow developers to encapsulate pieces of functionality in distinct units and then share or reuse them across different parts of an application. Modules in JavaScript provide a cleaner, more maintainable way to write and organize large pieces. Importance of modules in modern JavaScript: code organization, reusability, avoid global namespace pollution, better tooling, improved maintainability. We can import and export using ES6 modules in JavaScript. ES6 introduced the import and export statements as the official way to deal with modules in JavaScript. Here's how you can use them. Export makes a variable's functions or class available to other modules. Import brings in variables, functions, or classes from other modules. Exporting from a module. You can export code in two ways. Named exports. Named exports allow you to export multiple items from a module. Each exported item must be imported by its name. Here we see export const add is an export. Constant subtract is equal to a comma b is also a export. That's why likewise here we can see some of the exports. And second one is default export. You can see export